This is our group project for Humanities 370, and we're going to be asking people questions kind of like that pertain to the Holocaust. That we're not going to like explicitly mention the Holocaust at all times, so to eliminate biases and such. And I'm going to be talking about survivability. That has to do with the Holocaust.
I'm going to be talking about race and how it relates to the Holocaust and the book Mouse.
I'm going to be talking about class and how it relates to the book Mouse.
Let's go. Throughout the book, Vladik was in a constant struggle for survival. In order to stay alive, he had to take risks, and some risks worked out, and others led to more struggle. Regardless of how things panned out, it was amazing how he adapted to the situations that he encountered, from making a secret room under the coal chute to keeping cool when being yelled at by children in public. His remarkable instinct kept him alive through the war. And on top of surviving on his own, he was always looking out for the well-being and the safety of his family, which led to even more risks. So yeah, we just picked up this girl off the street. We have no idea who she is, but she seems awesome. But anyways, so about survivability. So say you were put in a scenario where we were given the ultimatum to give up a family member that would be sure to die, that they'd take them away, or you could either choose to hide them and potentially risk your own life and be with your family member. What would you do?
Probably the second.
So you would protect your family member and like put your own life at risk?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would too. And also, in terms of taking chances, would you pay someone that you have no idea who they are to smuggle you out of a country to a place that would be completely safe, even though you have no idea where this person came from?
Oh, would I do
Yeah.
that?
Would you do it?
It has to be a yes or no
Yeah.
answer. Wait, which country would I be in?
Say you were in Nazi Germany and you were trying to get out.
Oh, and I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Is that it?
That's it. A very memorable scene in the book is where playing children stop what they are doing to point Vladik out in public in order to get him in trouble. So what reasons would these children have in doing such a thing? It is because they were taught that they were better than Jews and that the Jews were dangerous in general. Spiegelman is showing his audience, the reader, the dangers of planting the idea of a class-based hierarchy into children, and the dangers it can bring to the future generations.
For what reasons do people prejudge others and consider themselves better?
I feel like people judge others based on the way they dress themselves and their financial status. So if someone's rich, they're going to look down on people who aren't as rich as them.
Sweet. One huge motif seen in the book was the importance of racial identity throughout the Holocaust. Spiegelman, for one, had different races correlated with different animals. And in the book, the only animals in need were the mice, who represented the Jews. In order to survive, many times the Jews would have to put on a mask when hiding in plain sight in the hopes to escape imprisonment and potential death.
Okay, so one thing that we're talking about in our video is going to be about race and who you identify most with and why we put masks on. So if you were in a group of people, who would you identify racially with? If you saw African Americans in one group, Hispanics in one group, and Caucasians in another, who would you identify with?
The Latinos.
And how come would you identify with them?
Because that's how I grew up.
That's how you grew up? You grew up. Okay, all right, that's all we...
Who one knew they could identify with was very important. However, it didn't ensure complete safety. During this tragic time, family couldn't even rely on their own families at times. But amidst the danger were Polish people who would even help other Jews in need. Despite the fact that many Polish people tried to help the antagonized Jews, they couldn't at all times, and even uncover the masks of their so-called friends for their own benefit. This was honestly a truly tragic time, and who one identified with could mean either life or death.